What's good? What's good? This is Stico. This is Stico, the podcast. Hey, if you ain't done it yet, do me a huge favor. Just do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on your social media platforms. Also, drop a comment in the comment section. You know I'm always interacting with mi gente. Hit the notification bell to get notified. Visit the website r2drec.com and let's jump into this one. This one specifically, man, me duele aquí, mira, en el corazón. How do we go into it? Y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all know what it is. Tony Ferguson, el CuCuy. Ya llegó tu tiempo, compa. It looks like it's done, man. I really do feel like this, you know? He gave us some highlight moments. He gave us some great moments in the UFC, didn't he? Now, I got a chance to check out this other podcast by the name of Jesse on Fire. And he goes into it. And Jesse on Fire, great. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. I'm gonna drop the link in my description. Y'all make sure y'all follow him, man. Pretty dope person that actually talks about the UFC game. And he talks about other things, but the UFC game, the way he talks about it, he breaks it down. And I like it. I like it a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you, Jesse on Fire kind of inspired me to actually start doing these podcasts. And I do mine a little bit different. As y'all can tell, what I do, I look at certain podcasts or interviews and I just go from there. But Jesse on Fire had a lot of points on this one. But let me put my 2 cents in, y'all. So y'all know when the pandemic hit, a lot of things were not, there was no entertainment. There was nothing for us out there. So we were stuck at home, just trying to figure it out. And then Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje was made. And man, I was happy, but at the same time disappointed. The reason why I say I was happy because we got a chance to see some legitimate fighters go against each other in a time when nothing else was going on. But I was disappointed because I felt like Tony Ferguson should have waited for Khabib because Khabib was still fighting. But, it is what it is. The fight, I'll be honest with y'all, I feel like Tony Ferguson is still holding on to that first round. And I think that in his mind, he believes he could create that magic again. But unfortunately, we haven't seen it happen. Because do me a favor, y'all. If y'all get a chance, check out Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. Look at that first round. Tony Ferguson hit him with a clean uppercut. Just chingazo like that. Just, oh, man, it was nasty. And Justin Gaethje, But it wasn't enough time for El CuCuy to do his damage. It wasn't enough time. And I think there's a clip where it was the first round and Tony Ferguson was hyped. He was talking, he was doing, what Tony Ferguson does. But then Justin Gaethje came in there and he just broke him down to a point that the referee said, no más, cabrón. I don't want to see none of this, enough. And at that moment, I realized, is it over? Is it over? The only reason why I say is it over because Justin Gaethje is like the top, one of the top ones, And being that he's at that level, and so Tony Ferguson at the time was too, but it made you see that the striking wasn't there. The ground game was not even applied. There was a few, minor with the elbows, but it was different. It was different. Maybe, and this the thing is that I want to say thank you, Tony Ferguson, because CuCuy, you did your thing. You gave us something when we had nothing else, so it does inspire us. But let's not keep bringing that up. It's already in the past, because you also got to think about it like this. Justin Gaethje put his career on the line to fight you too. And, some things work out and some things don't. Now, you gave it a run, 155, right? Then after that, I think it was Charles Oliver. And I can't remember the other guy's name, but he twisted his arm todo para atrás and shit, la chingada. And Michael Chandler, and I was just like, that kick, woo, man. And then, now we go into what happened recently with 170 versus Nate Diaz. Look, I don't really fault Tony for this one too much because it was a last minute adjustment. And we always wanted to see Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz, but at his prime, when people really wanted to see it, of course. However, we got a little bit later, almost like the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. You know, it was a little bit later, but we still got it. But the fact it was like on some last-minute adjustments because one person couldn't make weight. Well, it didn't make weight, I'm sorry. And the fight looked okay. I mean, he chopped his legs nice. I mean, the way Tony Ferguson was kicking Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz is known to take them kicks like it's nothing. But that would make it 5 losses, 4 in 155 and 1 in 170. At some point in time, we got to start considering you're 38 years old. It has to kick in. It has to say, you know what? If we set him up, let's say we set up Tony Ferguson for another fight, right? With an unranked opponent, and what happens then? If he loses again, now we back to what do we do with Tony Ferguson? Or does Tony Ferguson at the end of the day say, you know what, I'm done, I'm finished, I'm through. That championship run ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Because once you take that L, and the way he lost to Justin Gaethje, man, he took a beating, and I was just like, but he's a warrior, so at the end of the day, you know, kudos to him. You know, he wants to continue fighting. But at some point in time, and this is where Jesse on Fire comes in play. Y'all go check out the link in my description. He basically is saying, we all know we're going to die, right? A fighter's career, we all know it comes to an end, and that's when the fighter basically, not you know, realistically he dies, but that's where everything stops. And if you're taking these kind of losses, you got to think about your health, your well-being, because you're not taking just normal punishment like, okay, yeah, you know, it was a scrap and, you know, you got a little bruised up. But lately, have y'all seen Tony Ferguson's last few fights? I mean, with Justin Gaethje, it was bad. Charles Oliver, I mean, come on now. That was bad. With the other guy, I can't remember his name. I want to say it starts with a B, but that's my fault. Forgive me, y'all. But he twisted his arm so bad. I was just like, ugh. Then you get knocked out like that by Michael Chandler. Ugh. And then you get, but look at the type of fighters. Look at the type of beating he's getting. And we are talking about, you know, legitimate top contenders. And I'm not saying Tony Ferguson can't do it, but at some point in time, we got to say, mira, enough is enough. I reached my peak. I already won so many times. I'm not getting back to that winning column. What fight do I want to see him fight next? If he wants to step back in the cage and then, you know, go all the way, I want to see him and Conor McGregor. Let's make that happen at 155. Him and Conor McGregor. The reason why I say that, because it's a good matchup. Both of them have not won in a very long time. And let's see who really wants him more. And that will end the whole nuggets, the back and forth. Because I think at one point, Tony was under McGregor's management team. They just didn't manage him in the way he wanted to be managed, so he left. But I think it's a good fight. I think if we all be honest with each other, I think that will be the fight to make. And we'll see how it plays out. However, we'll see what Tony wants to do at this moment. You know, through the interviews that he's been doing lately, or the interviews he had after the fight and before the fight, it doesn't look like he's going to let up anytime soon. But you also got to start questioning, man, how much more punishment can you take? At what point do we just say, you know what, enough is enough? Like, one thing I've been noticing, every time I hear that he has a new camp, like he's working with different individuals, and maybe that's not working. Who knows? Who knows? With the Michael Chandler fight, I saw that first round. That first round, he looked he looked like the old Tony. He did. However, look how it ended. You know, you win some, you lose some. But y'all let me know. Is it over for the CuCuy? Is Tony Ferguson done? Is game over? Done? Hang it up, put your jersey up? Or should he still continue with some of these fighters that are just hungry to take your head off? I mean, look at Nate Diaz. If that was his last fight with him, Nate Diaz didn't come to play. But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on your social media platforms. Tag UFC on it. Tag Tony Ferguson. Whoever y'all want to tag them in it. Also, Don't forget, hit the notification bell to get notified so y'all know when I drop something. Don't forget to visit the website, r2drec.com. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, one.
Fuck the introduction, sucker know the business. Think gon' come make it, and y'all gon' be my witness. I made it off of nothing, turned into something. I waited for a man, never asked nobody nothing. I did this on my own when people give up and quit. I don't owe nobody shit.